Hello, you beautiful souls. I am so glad to spend today with you. We are wrapping up the series for my beautiful, beautiful veterinary friends who I appreciate so much. I want to thank you guys for all that you do. You are greatly appreciated, and I just want you to feel genuine love from my heart. A short practice today, focusing on what we could do every day just to maintain our sense of balance, our sense of happiness, and getting to know ourselves a bit better. A few things that I generally have a block. We might do a little foot massage, hand massage. So if you have lotion or oil, this is sesame oil. You don't have to have it. And then I have some bolsters if you have pillows, and we're just going to do some elevation of the legs, an alternative to legs up the wall. So you can take the time to reach for those items if you want. And just talking about what can we do every day if we just have a few minutes. And one of the main things is just listening to your body, listening to your mind, your soul. What do I need more or less of today? Maybe you need time to yourself, you need to read. Maybe you need more time with people. Perhaps you need movement. Perhaps you need just stillness. So asking yourself every morning when you wake up, even the littlest things that you can give yourselves to create that balance and sense of well-being. And self-care, whatever that looks like for you. And self-care is not selfish. We are refilling our cup so that we can take care of the other things in our life. So whatever self-care looks like for you, adding that in whenever you have the opportunity. And we're going to think about what we need today. I'm going to offer a breath practice, a movement of our spine in all 6 directions, a little bit of balance, a little bit of foot hand massage, and a quiet meditation at the end. So this is just an offering from my heart to yours. As we begin with the breath, and remembering breath does not have to be complicated. You can lie back, you can sit up, wherever you find support, the ability to close the eyes, and just an in and out equal ratio breath. As we survey our surroundings, perhaps noticing any smells or sounds that we hear. If we're seated or on our back, just where our bodies are coming in contact with the ground below us, beneath us. And we start to notice that breath, just breathing in and breathing out. And let's begin to find a balance of 3 breaths in, 3 breaths out. And as we do that together, let's breathe in for 1, 2, 3, and breathe out for 3, 2, 1. Let's do that 2 more times, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, and breathing out for 3, 2, 1. One more time, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, and breathing out for 3, 2, 1. So as you guys continue on with that breath, I'm just going to read a few words. And sometimes it arrives all at once. The anxiety, the fear, the voices that scratch your confidence like a chalkboard. And somehow all the oxygen in the room suddenly becomes water. And you begin to wonder if you have what it takes to grow gills. You wonder if you can blend in with the fish. You wonder if you will ever breathe again. And the answer is not every building that shakes will collapse. The answer is not everything that chips will crumble. The answer is this is temporary. And yes, you will. So as we take maybe one or two more of those breaths, if you are lying on your back, coming up to seated, you can even be in a chair. And as you're ready, let's dip the chin down to the chest. And then drawing our nose up this imaginary line in front of us, tilting the chin up, the head back. So as we make this line in front of us, perhaps inhaling as we lift the chin up, tilt the head back. Exhaling or breathing out as we tuck the chin down. So finding your own pace and movement. And let's do one or two more. And then as we bring our head back to neutral spine, heaviness through the shoulders, let's just start to circle the head, our nose tracing the very outer edge of the sunshine. Noticing any pops and cracks that happen in the neck. And switching directions whenever it feels right. As we take one or two more circles, we'll meet back in that neutral spine. Our neutral spine is just whatever our natural spine has us do. Blinking our eyes open if they were closed. And let's reach that right hand all the way up. That left hand might support us as we lean over toward the left. We'll come back through center and we'll switch out our sides, reaching tall, breathing out as we find this lateral flexion. So moving our spine 6 ways every day. So this is the first two, side to side. One side and then the other. You can always do it standing, seated, however you like. And as we balance between our sides, let's go ahead and just stretch those legs out if they have been tucked under. We're going to open our wings, inhaling, exhaling as we sweep forward. Bring ourselves back up tall, opening our wings, exhaling as we sweep forward. Thinking of going forward, reaching for whatever we need to come our way. We'll do one more time. Let's just bring ourselves up tall. Press with the hands. Lift the head up tall. Some separation between the shoulders and the ears. And you can place the hands in any direction that feels comfortable for the shoulders into our staff pose. And then as you're ready, sweep those legs to the side. We'll come to our all fours. Shoulders underneath of, shoulders over our wrist. And let's just wag the tail side to side. Might even look back at the hips. As the hip goes toward the right, we might look over that right shoulder, and the same on the left. As we come back through center, our cat-cow. Let's tuck the belly up toward the spine, round the back as we let all of the air out into our cat pose. And then as we dip the low belly down, lifting the heart and the head into our cow, flowing between the two, flexing and extending to other ways we move our spine. So tucking it in, rounding, and lowering the belly down. You can stay right here. If you'd like, and you come back through that neutral spine, you can take that right foot back, kick this left foot out just a bit, press into the left hand over shoulder over wrist, and lift that right hand all the way up, finding a little length. And then we'll just switch sides, come back to all fours. That right foot goes out just a bit as we extend the left back, and we lift the left arm up. So the option to flow side to side in this kneeling plank, or just staying with cat-cow if that serves you better. Wherever you are, we'll meet back in all fours, and let's send the hips back to the heels into our child's pose. I'm going to take big toes together, knees wide, because that's what I need today. And I'm going to take this block to support my head today. I'm feeling a little tight. Honoring the body that you bring to the mat today. You can roll the head side to side, temple to temple. And take about 3 or 4 breaths just to decompress. Bring ourselves back up to our all fours, knees coming back under hips. Let's extend both of those feet back and exhale into our downward facing dog. Pedaling our heels down, or just being still, pressing the mat away, lifting the hips higher. You might even find movement through the neck. And as we look between the hands, journeying our way, stepping our feet up to the top of the mat, meeting in that forward fold, bending the knees as much as you need to, exhaling into the release of the shoulders and the back of the neck. And taking our time coming up, especially if you tend to get lightheaded, bringing hands to the shins, shoulders reaching back toward the hips. As we flatten the back, the gaze is down to protect the neck. Just finding that normal breath. On our next exhale, sliding the hands back down the ankles. Slide them up to the shins one more time. Shoulders release back. Exhale all the way down. And let's sink the hips, open the hands, sweep them all the way up. Finding our extended mountain pose, our tall, tall mountain. Release the shoulders and just experience the breath. Close the eyes if you're able. Imagine the shoulders releasing down, a softness to the face. And now as we open the eyes and we drop that right hand down to the side, leaning over to the right. That lateral flexion again. Bringing it back through center, switching out our arms. Right hand reaching tall and leaning over toward the left. Let's play with that just a few times. And this is where we ask ourselves too, do you prefer to hold or flow? I'm a very flowy person, but you might just enjoy holding and having stillness. One more time on each side. And we'll come back through center. Let's roll the shoulders back. And we'll come to the top of the mat if we are not already there. And we hold a lot of tension in our hips as well. So as we step that right foot back, and you can plant the foot or keep it hovering into more of a lunge, opening our arms into our flight of the bird. The next time we breathe out, we'll step forward, give ourselves a little hug. Dip the elbows down toward the belly. Step the left foot back, opening into our expansive wings, flowing back and forth through flight of the bird. Your pace. If it bothers the knees, then just stay up tall. Wherever we are, let's balance between our sides. We'll meet giving ourselves that hug, pressing down on the shoulders. How we might be able to bring hands up. We might be able to find an eagle arm. If not, that's perfectly okay. And remembering which hand was on top as we inhale, open. Exhale, give ourselves that hug on the other side. Relaxing shoulders down, staying here. Back of the hands together, finding palms wherever you prefer. I'll kind of turn to the side so you can see, but it's your practice, remember. One more hug, and release ourselves down. Thumbs down, palms away. Just find the forearms. Open the chest. Take a few breaths. If forearms aren't quite reachable, you can bring hands to the hips. We might widen our stance a bit as we release the arms, finding fingertips driving them down the back body if that's in our practice as we open the chest. And releasing it back to neutral. Just a bit of balance. Another thing you can easily incorporate into your day. Let's press into that left foot, remembering if we lift the toes and we roll the ball, the foot, and the heel across, those are the areas we want to press into. The toes are just there fanning wide to support us. And opening that right leg out into our version of tree. It might be here. It might be up here, wherever your tree is. Taking a few minutes whatever arms you prefer, remembering trees sway, they're wobbly. So as we soften the gaze, we take a few breaths to just focus and be present. Beautiful. And let's roll the wrist as we switch our sides, pressing in to that right foot, fanning the toes wide, pressing down, lifting up with the crown of the head, taking the time you need to find your version of tree. And remember, there's nothing wrong with tree being right here if that's where we're at today. Softening the eyes and finding the breath. And releasing it all down. Let's circle those wrists one more time. And let's just come down to seated. I will meet you there. And bringing those legs out as we did earlier in our staff pose, we're going to drag the left heel in. And dragging the heel actually helps our body to relax as well. So rounding down if we're able to give that knee a hug. Lifting up out of the pose. So take that left hand back just to support you. We're going to twist on the exhale, twisting belly button up. So take a breath in. As you exhale, twisting to the left, looking over that shoulder, that front arm coming across, if you like. And just finding our breath. So we're moving our spine in those last two directions, twist and twist. We'll come back through center. Let's open that left leg, sitting tall, softening down forward. We might notice on the inhale we come up, on the exhale we sink a little lower, or you might be like, not today, Stacy, it's not happening, and that's all right. About 2 or 3 more breaths. So we come all the way back up, bring those legs together in that staff pose, and then dragging that right heel in, hugging ourselves, a little compassion as we bring our head toward the knee, sitting up tall. That right hand supporting us, might even push us up a little taller. And on our exhale, twisting to the right, that top arm coming across if you like. Two more rounds of breath. And as we unwind back to center, opening that right leg out, hinging forward, softening over that extended left leg. And then we'll bring ourselves back up. I just want to show you some options for foot massage, hand massage. I massage my feet just a couple minutes before bed every night. It's so lovely. And so just again, oil, lotion, whatever you have. This is just sesame oil from Amazon. And so I just take my feet, however you're comfortable, and just rubbing the top, the bottom, working into the toes, finding your own manner that feels good to you. I'm sure you can look up all kinds of gentle foot massages, but just mostly the awareness that I know you're all on your feet all day gives us an opportunity to soften the feet, to also, as we touch them, to feel areas that might be tender and need some more attention. And I'm going to do my other foot. And if you don't have lotion or anything, don't worry about it. Just as kind of a nice softening addition. Of course, I have cats, so I always have cat litter on my feet, but y'all understand that. And so an idea for self-care, and you could also do the same with the hands, just taking a moment to just massage the hands however it feels good to you. Even just putting on a little lotion, maybe massaging in to the palm, all the way around the palm. So just experimenting. I invite you to be playful, to experiment, to look up different hand and foot massages, but realizing that self-care is not selfish. It's very, very important. And as we come into our meditation time or stillness, however you like to put it, I have two bolsters, which are basically firm yoga pillows, but you can do anything. You can put your feet up on the couch. You can put your legs up on a wall, a chair, whatever works for you. But just taking an opportunity to feel the back body, the shoulders might open up, the hands might roll open. You also can use a sandbag on the eyes, or an eye mask, on the eyes, even a wash rag, a towel on the eyes, just to allow the eyes to sink back, provide some darkness so that you can see the light inside. As we reacquaint ourselves with our breath, breathing in and out, let's bring our awareness to those feet. Maybe just noticing any sensations, the top of the foot, feet, the toes, the bottom of the feet. And let's imagine that we're gently sliding on a sheath of comfort. It can be any color you like, and it's just sliding on our toes like a warm pair of socks, but it's bathing us in support and comfort. As we gently tug that protective layer up toward the ankles and the calves, a sense of support, warmth, and love. We continue to gently guide that layer of protection up the thighs, the back of the leg, and right up around our hips. this soft, gentle layer, warming or cooling us, whichever we need, supporting us in this protective light. We pull it on up the waist, a little further up into the rib cage. We might even notice that as we breathe, this protective layer breathes with us. It expands and contracts as we take in and let go of the air. It goes up around our chest. We dip our arms down into the sides, arms that were just made, sleeves that were made just for us. And we are enveloped in love, support, and protection. As we just allow the breath to flow in and out, bathing ourselves in all that we need. As you continue to find that comfort, I have one more poem to read, so stay right where you are. Life is amazing, and then it's awful, and then it's amazing again. And in between the amazing and awful, it's ordinary, mundane, and routine. Breathe in the amazing. Hold on through the awful. And relax and exhale during the ordinary. That's just living, heartbreaking, soul healing, amazing, awful, ordinary life. And it's breathtakingly beautiful. You can stay here as long as you like if you're ready to start some movement again. Maybe turning the head side to side. Drawing the knees in toward the chest. Even placing the palms of the hands on the kneecaps and circling through the hips, almost like egg beaters or blenders. And then when you're ready, rolling onto that favorite side for a few breaths, supporting the head as necessary. And then pressing yourself up to seated. And let's find a mudra. Gesture of the open heart. So our thumbs come together. The knuckles bend, the finger nails come toward one another. We rest it right at our hearts. It's my opportunity to thank you guys for being so amazing, for doing what you do, bringing joy, love, dealing with heartbreak, whatever your day brings, knowing it's appreciated. And it is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated, not just a little. Let's bring our hands to our heart center, our namaste hands. I thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you through this series. I hope it offered you some guidance, some ideas, some awareness, some connection. If you didn't watch the other videos, That's all right. They're always there for you, as I am always here for you. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. And may you find peace and ease. Namaste.